Welcome. My name is Guy Bartram. I'm the Director of Product Marketing at VMware, and I'm delighted today to be joined by William Bell from phoenixNAP. William, please introduce yourself. Let people know what you do.
Absolutely. So yes, as you said, my name is William Bell, Executive Vice President of Products at phoenixNAP. And phoenixNAP's a global infrastructure as a service company, right? We're one of the first 6 original VCPP partners around the globe. Services delivered on 4 continents today. And our goal is to help people get out of their own data center, adopt cloud services, and really finally see that outcome they're looking for when getting to the cloud, right? Which is conversion to OpEx, save some money, get some things that are done for you that you don't specialize in, and make it easier in your everyday life.
Awesome. So that's a little bit about phoenixNAP in general in terms of what you do. Wanted to zoom in today into the sort of managed security services that you provide in context with your cloud offerings. And what are the security kind of services that you bake into your cloud, and what additional bells and whistles do you guys have in the armory?
Yeah, so I think it's important distinction, right? Our managed security services portfolio is essentially a part of our cloud services delivery, right? Our goal is to transform people's security posture through cloud adoption, not try to take their brownfield deployments and essentially provide a managed security service. Right. And ultimately, about 3.5 years ago, we built a product line we call Data Security Cloud, and its entire objective is to do what I just said: get people out of their data center into a cloud service, transform their security posture in the process, and to some extent almost force people into doing more security, right? Because everything's included, everything's kind of done for you, and we're helping push your organization forward from a security profile.
So take me through, for example, the journey a customer goes. Does phoenixNAP help with like assessing the current state, looking at the future state? What does that look like in terms of professional services, managed services?
Yeah, so I think the majority of what we do today is I hesitate to call it professional services because we don't bundle and charge it as part of a large assessment. It's one of those things where we work with our partners and the tools that we have that help automate a lot of this assessment, really understand what you have in your environment, and then put together a plan for cloud adoption. And as that adoption is occurring, our teams are basically helping you kind of turn the knobs to make things more secure. We're giving your teams tools that they might not have today, or at least potential alternatives. I think it is important to say that nothing is forced on the customer in the data security cloud environment, except for some basic networking constructs and the backup technology and data protection technologies that we use. Past that, whatever you want to do from an agent perspective, if you like your own XDR vendor, et cetera, you can use those tools. But if you don't have them, we have them for you that you can just plug and play with your environment, not just the critical infrastructure environment, but endpoints and things like that as well.
Can you talk me through some of the challenges you see with customers and security?
Yeah, I would say the biggest challenge that we see is skills, right? They just don't have the skills in the environment. And even if they have dedicated security teams, it's likely that they're underfunded, underpopulated, right? And so I would say that probably 50% of our customers have no dedicated security staff at all. Right. Wow. And that number is probably growing, not coming down. And ultimately, one of the best reasons to look at our services, specifically Data Security Cloud, is not, I wouldn't say not, we still recommend that you have someone in your environment that is educated on security principles. But if you can't fund that area, this is that leveling up that you can get without having that funded. And it's through kind of a main core areas that we offer these services. So there's endpoint protection components, there's data protection and availability components, and there's managed detection and response components, right? And we have we have a bundle called Essentials that includes the availability and the data protection. And then we have an advanced bundle that includes the managed detection and response capabilities, right? And that in instance, you're having that SOC as a service experience, right? Where we're helping you remediate the issues that you face with your environment, bringing that to the customer as a new capability that they don't have today.
It's brilliant. I mean, so I'm in my head, I'm going through some of the customer challenges would be like managing the patching, securing the versions, keeping that up to date, managing the certs, and you guys are just coming along and able to deliver that baseline and obviously manage the life cycle of it. But then
adding things like logging capabilities, operation, I mean, stuff that we don't even really consider security, right? is and I think that this is where VMware really starts to help us, right? Is that tools like Log Insight, Operations Manager, the NSX capabilities, microsegmentation. I mentioned data protection, VCDA, from a data replication perspective. There's just so many great tools along with the greater ISV partner network that both pNAP and VMware have together that help all these things kind of work. And you mentioned it earlier, like there is this kind of prescriptive playbook that we give you, and we say, hey, look, if you don't want to do these things yourself, this is how you accomplish them, right? This is what we can do for you. And if you say, I don't want to do this one thing, you can make some of those decisions, but we do have this kind of like baseline. You have to do a certain number of things. And really some of them like data protection, we do it for you. It's built into the product. There's no upcharges. It's there. We have backups and we take them and we put them offsite. Like this is how it works.
And also like the infrastructure type itself as well, going from like VMs into containers, because now the customer's got all this free time. He's on your cloud. He's going to be able to start focusing on his needs, which is development projects and using cloud native stuff. So what are the kind of the customers talking about to you when it comes to cloud native and security?
I mean, I think that we've reached the edge of the precipice, right? Like everyone's there, they want to do it. We run into very few customers that are just like, containers? No way, I'm not doing that, right? Everyone's there, wants to do it. Our goal right now is, at least our customer base, is typically not doing large scale production microservices today. What we say as our goal around microservices is we're going to provide the infrastructure foundation to help them do that. We're going to provide them the basic security posture assessment capabilities to say that if you're going to do this, this is what we recommend, how you deploy these capabilities. And then we're going to evolve with the customer, right? So what I think of in the next 2 years is that all the services capabilities we have today around virtual machines we'll have for containers, right? And that's really our goal, which I think is our customer's goal. I think 2, maybe on the high end, 5 years, the majority of our customer base, our prospects, they're looking to kind of make that transition, or at least augment. I don't know that everyone's going to make a transition away from VMs to containers. I think that's probably not going to happen.
No. They'll be around for a long time.
Certainly augment with containers.
Yeah, absolutely. And I guess in that vein, when we look at the customers and portions of their states that are starting to change now, how is VMware kind of working with you guys, and what upcoming sort of VMware offerings are you having to support these transitions that customers are going through?
Yeah, I mean, I think that the most important infrastructure transition that we're working on and working with VMware on right now is the implementation of the Tanzu capabilities, right? And making sure that that's a simple, clean, easy extension of our cloud services delivery, our VM as a service today, right? Making sure that they can be inter-networked, right? And that by inter-networking them, we're not creating these massive security gaps. I think that this is where we're putting our time and effort today. I think that this is where VMware is putting a lot of time and effort today around even technologies like NSX, right? And hopefully we all kind of arrive at the destination together, right? And the customer gets this easy, simple, secure environment that's what they want to be able to tell the board, right? Is that, hey, look, we moved here, we up-leveled our capabilities as they are today, and over the next 5 years, we're confident that we're going to have a partner, and by proxy, a group of partners, VMware and other ISVs, that can help us achieve this outcome that we're looking for.
Yeah, I think you just hit the nail on the head, really. I was gonna ask you for my final question, why customers should come to phoenixNAP, and I think you've just absolutely nailed it. And thank you very much for today. And lastly, how can people find out more information about phoenixNAP?
Well, shout out to our marketing team. They do a fantastic job. The website will give you everything, but if you want to talk to someone, sales@phoenixnap.com. They'll get you in touch with us. I think the best part about working with PNAP is that we're a technical company, right? This is not one of those things where it's, come over here and let's spend 5 years talking about the things that you want to accomplish with your business. Come over here and tell us about your problems, and we'll help you find a solution for it.
Brilliant. Yeah, great. Listen, thank you very much again, Will.
Of course. Thank you very much, Guy.